Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Aftermath against SY here in the semi-finals of Battle of Africa. We have a best of 5 in store for us. The players will be Mr. Yo, Vivi, and Lux against AM's lineup of MBL, Hearttt, and Liereyy. Nicov, a bit raged out with all his FP problems and deinstalled Age of Empires from his PC, so will not play in this series. We will take a look into Steppe first here, and we will have Yo playing the Japanese. His teammate in the pocket position will be Vivi playing the Spanish. Nice stone and gold close to his TC, obviously, as you love it, with the Steppe map, and Lux playing Italians. He's facing Hearttt, the Persian flank. They will have Liereyy, the pocket position, with Chinese here. And MBL is playing the Burmese flank. Burmese picked very late in the draft this time. We will take a look into that in between games, obviously. And you will be surprised. I believe it was like pick number 16 or something. So, kind of the strongest is, but late pick. Let's see how they will play this out here. And yeah, Chinese, probably the strongest civilization here. Hello Walter, indeed you missed the hype song. But so did everyone on YouTube. No Mongols. Kind of surprising as well, but yeah, it is kind of tricky. We have Arabia still left. Maybe you want to have Mongols there. We still have Colosseum. There are tricky maps where Mongols are strong as well. And well, Persian flank, I believe it's not the worst thing ever. On Arabia it's a bit tougher, but yeah, we all can agree that Italians is a pretty reasonable flank. So is Japanese, so they have the perfect positioning here. Spanish player can go, well, that is a very bad farm. Oh god. He had 7 tiles to fit in 2 farms, and he made it happen that only 1 can fit. Not the greatest start there. Mr. Yo up to the feudal age. Pretty solid timing there. 736 for him. And that will be archers. Double wood line here. And so there's some villagers on the zebras. Looks old, but solid. Actually, that's not my favorite barrack. A militia, or not a militia, spearman could actually be trapped in there later on. But maybe we won't even go for militia, since he's going for mass archers. And no, spearman, I meant. Give it 2 more mining camps through. Kappa. Yeah, that's true. Very Kappa. Okay, let's take a look what we're seeing on the other sides. All 6 players up. And even Liereyy with a pretty solid start. Most of the times we have seen Chinese kind of struggle. Yeah, they have more villagers, but the uptimings are a bit later from them. But Liereyy totally squeezing in there with his teammates. And I don't know why people are building so bad TCs. If he plans to go on to knights, onto archers, or if you want to go on to knights, why don't you build your TC closer to your gold? Can have better positioning. I love the positioning out of Yo. I believe MBL did the right thing. Maybe could have done it 1 tile more to the right. Perfect positioning here, and I believe that's a reasonable one as well. I'm surprised. Okay, what are we seeing? We expected archers out of Mr. Yo. Nothing too special here. We have archers from Lux. MBL is going even for a tower and building it with 2 villagers there. Kind of early, and a tower in the middle as well. Going for double archery range. His plan. Liereyy goes on to scouts. I've been a lot of fanboys don't really want to see from him. And Hearttt is going on to scout as well. The 1 villager on stone and 1 villager on gold. Kind of weird. Huh. Kind of weird for me. No losses on the map just yet, but the fighting will start pretty soon here on Steppe. Here in the semifinals, Hearttt with another defensive tower. They know what's up. Want to save their villagers there if we see some raids. Liereyy though didn't build one, and that's a pretty open farm if you ask me. Hey. Defensive tower by Yo. I think could have been 1 or 2 more tiles to the wood line. Still no losses yet on this map. SY guys, actually quite far behind when it comes to villagers. Look at that. 22, 25, 23 to 24, 25, 28. So solid start here for the AM guys. Take a look what Hearttt can accomplish. I believe that tower will not go up. And he is going back a bit. Double scouts. And we didn't show the stable of Vivi yet, but well, kind of what we were expecting from 2 flanks going archers, that the pocket would be opting for the scouts. Double scouts, that's kind of weird. Most of the time we have seen teams go double archers and 1 player onto scouts in later nights. Surprising to me. So, very little killing going on. Archers now moving to the front, Hearttt in some trouble. Is he going for skirmishes after that, or how is he trying to defend this off? Maybe some defensive towers? Yeah, that's his option. Already has one here to protect his villagers on the deer. Villager lead with Persians and Chinese. Why do Persians have the villager lead? They only have faster TCs in feudal age. We aren't that long in feudal age, and it's not like land nomad advantage, right? Or nomad advantage. Hearttt will get that tower up. Maybe tricky positioning there under the tower is possible. Will he save that villager? He should, and he does. All good in the hood. We forgot prediction. Well, then let's do that now, guys. Give me your predictions. 1 villager going down. Obviously, include the information you already have in this one. I personally said 3-1 AM, maybe even a 3-0. What do you think, guys? AM clearly the favorites in this one, but are they maybe able to screw something up and let SY still win this one? Ah, we'll see. 3-0 SY, 3-0 AM. Persian TC is not fast in Dark Age either? I don't think so. It only starts in Feudal Age. Pretty sure about that. 3-1. Town center, work rate 10, 15, 20, feudal castle imp. Today you learned, Mr. Never Know. 3-1, 3-1, 3-2. Okay. Patrick will burn them all, come on. Well, we will see about that. Now MBL with quite a nice army there. 13, Hearttt with only 2 military. What is going on here? Not really producing too much. Not really getting his towers up. 5 losses there with only 1 kill, and I'm seeing a market. Is he maybe switching into the sling? Kind of feels like it, honestly. Huh. Only now finishing, fletching, wants to defend here. Vivi? With the tower, I think that's not really a fight MBL wants to take. I'm not sure why he's trying to micro there. Kind of it. 2v2 then, do you think? Okay. The market is showing quite a bit as well. I think the more defensive market could have been the better choice. Interesting tower positioning here. I actually like that one. Okay, now the big engagement here. Yo, trying to help out Vivi. But they are going back. Liereyy has the nice numbers. Liereyy even has bloodlines here. MBL +1 attack, so... Yeah. That's you. But MBL losing a lot of his archers now. And needs to go back. SKD 12-10. Liereyy actually 16-5. Where did that come from? He's on the way to Castle Age, and so is Hearttt. The question is though, what will they go for? I don't really see them going double knights here. Liereyy is going for the second stable, so Hearttt kind of needs to boom or what? MBL stays on his archers. Nice defensive towers, as we saw quite early on, and seems to be the play. Trying to stay aggressive, trying to build army, and just try to find some holes in the defense of your enemies. Maybe if they didn't build some defensive towers. But it seems like everyone looking pretty strong in that regard. Vivi now up to Castle Age. Here it is 422 stone. So he will switch into Conquistadors. Yo! There's archers. And we're expecting the same out of Lux, who has 17 military at the moment and trying to move out. Let's see what he can do. He's not up. Hearttt is going for a second stable and the blacksmith. So we will see double knights. Kind of interesting. I did question that earlier. But, well, gives you a lot of firepower. You have the Persian bonus. So you can shred archers quite nicely. And, just think about Vivi. If he goes on to Kongs, we have double archers. Those knights are actually pretty damn strong. And we don't really have good counters to them. No camels, no real knights to buffer in front. And no monks probably either. We will see. Will Nicov receive monies? I don't think so. Going to go for some team walls. Is Yo still not up? Okay, now he clicked up. But that's way later than expected. It's a bit problematic. 2342 there. Did he go into that many archers? Well, yes, 21 military, but still. He lost 13. How did that happen? Well, all the archers over here, apparently. And Vivi indeed going for Conquistadors. Stays some on stone. Please don't tell me we see double Kongs. Returning the finals and Nicov will play the last game. Wouldn't that be funny? And now Liereyy +2 defense. He will kill some villagers. Vivi not pulling them yet. Uh-oh. And that will be delayed quite a bit. And those walls won't finish. Vivi! In some troubles here, and those knights can just stay under the TC. More villagers going down. Let's see if he's sneaking them around. I think without walls that didn't really make sense, and we'll lose those again. Liereyy is having a perfect timing there against Vivi. Total fail here. And that's so many losses here. DauT will be so proud. Another villager going down, and he's sending 2 more to the front, and this is looking so bad. All of a sudden, pop 27 only for Vivi, not a single military out. He is 23 villagers behind, no military, and is not getting onto anything here. How did he not wall his villagers? How did he think that was in time? Lux wasn't around doing any damage. Now villagers at the front, and Liereyy is leaving, does not want to take any losses, but well, they are in such a good position now. Liereyy has more than double the villagers. He continued to go for army at this for boom at the same time. As you can see, he's going for triple TC even. Oh yeah, he is in such a good position now. That TC wall. Luckily, the villager is walled. Okay, and we have Yo building university here at the front. Is doing all the upgrades in the book, except. Oh, botkin arrows now coming in as well. Okay, and Lux needed to kind of save. Oh, tricky spot. Hearttt. I'm not sure what his plan really is. This felt from I think with that strategy against a team that is performing a bit stronger, they will get punished heavily. We could even lose that TC here in the back. Let's take a look. He only has 4 villagers fighting there, 2 Kongs, Bloodlines, and maybe Husbandry now coming out. I hear more villagers dying. I popped 34 now. Liereyy trying to micro a bit, and more army coming over. Hearttt is helping out. MBL is around, and they are doing some serious pressure against Vivi here. And that's what I wanted to say earlier. Now we have Crosswomen, Kongs. Do they really have an answer to Mass Knights? Ay. CC under heavy threat as well. Conquistadors dying to the Crosswoman of MBL. Oh, this is looking so tricky. Yo having heavy losses as well. Still focusing down the TC. Conquistadors not doing the damage from range. More knights are flying in from Liereyy and from Hearttt. Finally, the Crossman of Lux around to maybe help out some, but fighting against Bloodlines and +2, it is tricky. TC somewhat repaired even, I believe. Not 100% sure. And AM is regrouping, but it looks very, very good for them. Lux up to Imperial Age though. Hello! 52 villagers. Well, if he gets 1 raid in, not looking too great for him either. Hearttt flying in with Wheelbarrow now. And Lux, maybe a Dollar's Arbalist. He can make something happen, but honestly, this will get pretty tricky. Hearttt going for the +2 defense. Cannot really fight before he has that upgrade here at the front. Oh, and now killing some of the Crosswomen is so nice as well for Liereyy here. Ay. Conquistadors now coming over Vivi. Let's take a look. Villager count. The highest is 55 for SY. The lowest is 68 for AM. Ecos are just out of this world for our international team. 1 Peruvian, 1 from Austria, and 1 from Norway. Getting France after dominating the world there. MBL now pushing towards Yo, who has no real answer at all to Mass Mangonels. Trying to get a Siege Workshop out now. Probably will try to get some good Mangonel trade-offs. Will get tricky for him though, because Liereyy is around with knights, and I don't really see Vivi going for that. The aggressive castle now coming out of Lux. He is in exactly that moment, and they I believe that castle timing isn't the greatest one. Hearttt, does he have Mangonels out? Yes, he does. So maybe they will try to find an engagement against Conquistadors, and then the Mangonels will take care of those villagers. Let's take a look. Arbalest upgrade is flying in. Where's all the military? We only have, well, we have 32 military. Let's take a look. Villagers are getting 2 big shots against them. Conquistadors are taking down Mangonels, but at the same time knights are closing down the distance. This was a reasonable engagement for Hearttt, I believe. And killing most of the villagers is the main factor here. At the same time, the big push is coming towards Mr. Yo, who plays the 2v1 since Vivi's at the other side. But Hearttt not really dying here. Do we see another Mangonel coming up? Yes, we do. And maybe just Liereyy sending some stuff over here. More raids towards blue as well. And oh god, that's a lot of losses for Mr. Yo. 45 villagers for him. Look at that. The villager deficits are just increasing further and further. Yo is losing his main TC, is losing all his woodline, and Hearttt is not even dying to that first castle out yet. Now sending in more villagers, just waiting for Liereyy probably, and then they're trying to engage this. More villagers to the front. Probably will get the TC up though. Only 1 Mangonel queued up. Would have loved to see more. Let's take a look. Can he get a good shot off? Focus is down against the Arbalest. That means Lux will get his castle up, and maybe Mass Enemies Crosswoman could be the nice counter against Liereyy and Hearttt at the same time. But well, Yo is pop 38, completely erased off this map at the same time. mainly is sitting back with all his crossbowmen here. Wants to save some villagers in those towers, NTCs, but this is getting super tricky. Lux pushing in with the Zabalist. He maybe thinks, okay, I can do something. And at the moment, he is the only guy that we were really looking at and praying for. He can make something happen, but this will just be too one-sided. Lots a lot of mangonels here, Mr. MBL. Actually, not the greatest micro out of him. Not taking care too well. MBL up, Hearttt up, and Liereyy. I think that mass amount of Cavaliers should do pretty well against all those Conquistadors. Finally, completely upgraded. First trap out. Where are we going? Imperial Age in the furthest back TC makes a lot of sense to me. MBL lost all his crossbows. How did that happen? So weird. So weird. Oh god, and what are those Cavaliers going to do? Maybe at pop 86 at the moment. This could change heavily. Now trying to get some monasteries out, but what will that really do? Oh, tricky stuff. And for Rams here, something I didn't expect. That's such a little army. Let's see, Cavaliers now splitting off, and he is going for the raid against Lurks apparently. Who doesn't have the raid? Take a look at that. TC just finished. Well, maybe one conversion, but that won't really stop the raid either. Oh god, the complete eco will be set down. Trying to go for that gold spot here is Mr. Hearttt, and this looks like a pretty sexy raid for Liereyy. The push still somewhat continuous. Where's the army going? Everything going home. That is the timing to send out the rams and maybe snipe the traps here. Already heard the castles quite a bit. Force him into repairing, but I believe the raids will be too big regardless. Yo, kind of recovering here. I think he should have lost more. MBL really doing some mistakes there. And MBL, he is switching into elephants. So we will have Cavalier, War Elephant, and Battle Elephant. Liereyy now switching into Coinage even, wants to sling some. Quite a weird move here. So on paper the composition isn't very strong, but the game is so over that it does not really matter, and MBL will just ruffle stomp Mr. Yo, or he can just decide where he wants to go. Liereyy is still super active with all his raids, maybe not even taking care, and GG. This game was over very early on. I don't like the decision making out of SY there. Going double crossbowmen into Kongs when the enemy still had a lot of army left, and went on to 4 stable knights. They simply didn't have the firepower. They needed a guy to go for knights, maybe camels, to fight this off this way. I didn't see a chance for them, and the push was too strong. And obviously then the huge fail of Vivi losing everything really cost them as well. Yeah, KD is pretty brutal. MBL, although he was in the winning team, not the greatest one, I believe. His micro was really sloppy there. And it felt, honestly, I have to say that wasn't the highest level. I think MBL wasn't super on point. I believe Hearttt strategy did make very little sense to me. Like 2 scouts into nothing, into the same thing that the pocket is doing. Not a big fan. But well, that's why I screwed up more. Chinese out, Persians out, and Burmese out. On the other side we have Japanese, Spanish, and Italians. Remember all of them. So a bit of the better number picks for the AM guys. Now we're going into Colosseum. Did you Cobra SY? No. Short game, you mean. But it wasn't called too early. In what team did you play was coming? NC. I believe it was called NC, right? Yeah, I played with Enrine, Pedro, Skittle. And Arma, who did some solid fails. But actually everyone of us did solid fails. We aren't really on competing level there. If I needed some mons? Yeah, probably. How the last game we lost in the famous Enrine fail against VNS, wasn't that it? Oh god. Against VNS and on Homeland, oh, that was one of the most horrible games. Oh. Wow, we had some fails with Armor as well, but I don't even want to get into that. Ah. I remember that home map. It wasn't the home map. It was the deciding game number 7. And it was the map pack, and we got Homeland. Best map against them. We were such big favorites, and then we screwed up. Ah, with the walls there. Really hurt. That was funny. Glad that you enjoyed it. I'll get some water. Pedro and Save at that time, yeah, that was probably his prime, right? It was actually okay. Like, it couldn't really do much against pressure, his macro wasn't great, but strategy choices were on point, he knew all the maps. He was a good leader. Honestly, I think he even nowadays wouldn't be a bad coach. It's really surprising. If you see him play, you will be surprised how good he actually is, because if you like take a look at how he plays, you'd think he is 1550 or something. It looks really horrible. The current weather, the whole Battle of Africa experience is way more intense. So I'm at the NC land, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Actually, I saw you having a lot of potential there. Way more than Skittle, for example. I believe Skittle is somewhat at his skill cap. Unless he completely changes hotkeys. Pedro the number 1. Probably the best German player, yeah. Followed by Jordan and then me. All the guys who say John is the best AE player. I have just no idea. No idea. Three minutes back delay is quite long. Jordan completed Titanic yesterday. What did they do? Ah, against Viper there. On Rocket Beans, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that wasn't very close. Pedro stream? No, he wants to hide all this strategy. That didn't make sense. I just muted myself. I actually wanted to just close that. The German Cup, honestly, I think it wouldn't be very competitive or enjoyable. I think maybe a German-speaking cup, like with Liereyy, RB10, tanks. That could be a bit better. And what I would love is like 2v2, 3 series, Austria against Germany as well. Like me and Jordan and Pedro against tanks. RB10 and Liereyy would be good. Be closer than any open tournament with the Viper? Well, we will see. King of the Hippo 5 is an open tournament. Viper could sign up. I don't see him winning that one. But we will see, guys. And what else we will see is Colosseum, map number 2. And we will have Yo playing the Magyars. Pretty far in the back is Mr. Lux with the God. So they are picking the weakest civ here. Although they are down 1-0. And Vivi is picking Ethiopians. Mongols for Liereyy. The pocket position will be MBL with Vikings. And we have Hearttt playing the Franks. So probably the weakest civilization here in the pocket. MBL. Is he dodging Naja confirmed? Ah, that's true. Well, enter restart? Is that so? Continue watching from phone. Why? Guys, I'm not sure if it's a restart. Why would you think so? MBL laming Vivi. Let's take a look. I believe it's Liereyy laming Vivi. Expecting him to wall his villager. Oh, actually, he can get that ball, right? Or elephant. Whose is that? Uh-oh. Number 1, he has other 2 in the back. That was Vivi's elephant. I think it indeed could be a restart, guys. And laming 2 sheep as well. Oh, actually, he's getting those back. But so this is so tricky. And Liereyy is laming Lux as well. This has to be a restart, guys. Are they seriously playing this? Or are they just giving this up? And they are playing this with 2 lame boar in Colosseum. Mongols player will have 4 elephants. Hallelujah. Well, I think he can build some scouts. Oh, well, he needs to build more because he lost one. And he even has the deer close to the berries, so... Poof. Why is SY not restarting this? So weird. Did Yo maybe steal something? Not really. Oh. Looks neither. But they didn't steal. Okay. Well. 4 boars against 8 boars. Tricky. Or elephants. Tricky situation for sure. There is now at the 6-minute mark getting his first. Oh, and Lux lost a villager as elephant as well. Oh god, okay. They are completely given up on this game. But you picked Ethiopians and Magyars. Why did you not pick like your 3 weakest civilizations and just give it up? Or did they forget about the restarts? What happened? They didn't pick one yet. It's looking so good for him. And Liereyy 855. Let's take a look at his resources. Has to be just super brutal. Going up pop 18. Starting with some walls now. Next elephant flying in. I don't like that he's sending 4 on berries, honestly. I think he should send them on either zebras, which actually could be vivies, right? Oh yeah, those are vivies! Those are vivies, zebras! That's the ones of Liereyy. What's going on, guys? This map is so weird. So unfortunate for Vivi. But that's why you take restarts. And now MBL thinks his Viking Scout stands a chance against the European Scout here. No, he does not. Ay. Why is he not getting those? Still not up is Vivi. What is his plan? I'm saying some villagers forward. Is that only for... Oh god. He will be up later, like 4 minutes or something. They're in now with the stable. Going on more farming now. Wow. Looks going for forward out of the pocket position. I think he just should have sent 3 goats over, honestly. Would feel so much better for Vivi. Wow. Yeah, Battle of Africa maps are great. Kappa. Queuing 2 scouts, did horse color and the wood upgrade and still has 400 food left. That's just a joke. Joke of Africa. Let's get an upgrade here on the food count. And well, that makes no sense as Lux is forwarding the other side. If Lux would be forwarding here, Vivi could have a chance and maybe just try to fast castle or go cross from him behind this. But he will just die now. Why is Lux forwarding the other side? Makes no sense. What is he doing? Is he trushing? Lux is going for the Goth trush. What are we witnessing, guys? So weird. And now the scouts are kicking in before I could really mine the first gold ever. Trush is coming over hard, sees it with his scouts. He's a bit scared of the... MBL is going archers out of the pocket. Something we don't see too often. MBL even has a villager over here. Now counter tower, Lux is pulling back. Hearttt shouldn't finish this one. Okay. Supposed to lead it. Tower now around here. Vivi has no chance to counter tower since he's only in dark edge and he doesn't have another real gold spot to access. Well, only the very open one. So let's take a look over here. What are we seeing? Oh, those spearmen actually taking quite a lot of damage, and Hearttt can somewhat force even this fight because he knows, well, if I fight with the shower in the back, I won't take too many losses. And indeed, he kills 4 spearmen here with the loss of 1 single scout, make that 5 spearmen with the loss of 1 single scout. So this is looking pretty sexy for Hearttt at the moment. That fire support from the tower. Now try to go for the gold is Vivi. Guys, this game is over. Now he goes onto the market. This will be a sling. But will be instantly spotted from Liereyy, who is only 1 villager ahead actually. But he sees what's going on now. Can he snack a villager? Yes, he can. Instant coinage. But who will they sling? Kind of has to be Mr. Yo. A bit surprised by the archers out of the pocket from MBL, but makes a lot of sense. Like, he is very close to Hearttt as well, and his Vikings, so yeah, I like that. Liereyy, he continues to build more scouts. I think we are at the time where more scouts aren't really benefiting you too much. It's up to 8 now. The micro against that villager, and let's take a look. Are they going down? Some reasonable losses, focusing down 1 spearman. More villagers actually going to the top there. 1 spearman down, 1 villager down. Will get maybe even more. Make that 2 down, make that 3 down. And going back without any losses. Lost some HP, but that's nothing for him. Focus down the next spearman. Try to micro that one back. It's not really going to happen. KD of Vivi at the moment 0-9. Fling towards Yo, but that's not a lot of resources. Obviously, most of the villagers not really doing anything at the moment. Now the scouts are coming over. Yo will see that Lux is having some losses here as well. That's 2 villagers down. Finally, a scout dying. Will that be enough? Not really. Luckily, they walled all the woodline, or did they? Yo is actually open. Oh god, this could be a very, very one-sided series. I have no idea why SY did not restart this game. Wow. Casual 11-2 KD here for Liereyy. Now the big slings, another 60 wood towards Yo. Who isn't even getting onto his gold. MBL, why is he leaving there? I think he could have stayed. And oh god, he could still go into the woodline. Uh-oh, they are just running for the woodline. And I believe that they should, right? Okay, Yo is walling that now, but honestly, it's getting tricky for them. Or for Yo, actually. Liereyy is up to castle later as well. Oh god, this is just so imba. Yeah. This game makes no sense. Now going on to a lot of gold, even misplacing that mining camp, and yeah, congratulations. Now you build your own arena of death when the archers are coming over and all the villagers are stuck and cannot do anything. How can Vivi have so many villagers, by the way? Actually has the same amount as Liereyy, right? Quite funny. Well, he's not up to castle age, but yeah. Some losses for sure. Now they're going for that woodline of Lux. Could have found better areas, but yeah, it's tough to know that obviously. Well, I believe Vivi had 1 elephant, right? Or did Lux have 2? Well, either way, it's completely horrible. Oh, not even some losses here of Vivi. Okay, finishing those walls. Will all be good. Oh god, that could be a big interceptions with all those scouts. Bloodlines +1 defense now. Going for Bowsaw and going for more knights, at least that's what we're expecting. And indeed, Vivi now going for the casual double bit X upgrade. Let's take a look. Those villagers could maybe find big kills here. And oh, Gotti, that's all open. Now tries to wall, but the villagers are letting the scouts in, or are they? Yes, they are. No, they are not. Yes, they are. No, they were not. But yes, they did. And that's bloodlines +1 defense as well. The knights are around the corner as well, and those are more losses. Well, finally the gates are closed. 1 spearman in the back doing some damage. The tower is helping out, but that was so bad. 4 knights heard of good raiding parties over here and just want to join the party now. Oh Gotti. Now the big sling of another 208 gold. Archer's actually doing some damage. Let's squeeze in there. Okay, now it's walled off. Hearttt up, MBL up. Yo, the only one who is up as well, goes on to an aggressive siege workshop and 3 stables. Liereyy needs to add camels, if you ask me. Maybe some monks could be an option from one of the 2 players here in the north. Seems more like double archery range, double stable is the plan from MBL and Hearttt. Archer's still around. Honestly, those knights aren't really needed. If he's sending, is he exiting for knights there? Wouldn't really know why. MBL getting his upgrades now. Let's take a look what they can do. Yo is going for all the upgrades in the book. Look at that, they have some firepower for sure. Oh, but that will be some losses as well. It looks going for infantry +1 defense. Is that Hearttt? Oh yeah, he wanted to go for Hearttt. But why? We already have a player doing everything against mass archers. Oh, MBL. Oh, that's so lame. Killing those farms. Sniping on that one villager. MBL, so efficient there. Villager counts? Pretty even overall though. But military counts, I believe, should be pretty brutal, right? 17 compared to... Never do math on stream, 40. Those crossbowmen, not super efficient. Let's take a look how MBL will try to micro this. We'll need to 3-volley those knights, but we'll get that done quite properly. Loses 1 crossbowman in exchange for 3 knights. Now the other knights are closing in. That was pretty poor micro by Mr. Yo. MBL actually doing quite a good job here. Against +2/+2 Bloodline Knights, he is getting some kills in. MBL, very strong job here by him. Yo wanted to go for some sneak around attacks, but that did not happen. And that's something, yeah, if you're getting the sling and you need to go for the kill, not really the beautiful spot for you. Indeed, Liereyy is adding camels, exactly what he should do against that sling. Double sling goth. You remember a triple sling goth game? I believe that was in Gold Rush, right? I remember that one as well. Okay, you're now trying to regroup a bit, but honestly, look at that army numbers. We're 24 against over 45. Oh, losing a stable, maybe that TC won't get that much gold. The monks won't do too efficient against the crossbowman. Nice snipe there. MBL, is he trying to continue with that microing? Not the greatest thing ever. There's so many camels out. That's a fight that Yo can absolutely not take. He's throwing this game if he stays there. And well, now more production for him, but more army is coming in from the AM guys. And they are in such a good spot. Focusing down more stables. Building more monks as well. Vaults of Liereyy are set up. He is even healing his knights at home. And switching onto stone, so maybe that's going to do something. And stealing gold of Vivi. Oh, that's so tricky. What is Lurks up to? I heard a castle from him. Oh, sneaky castle there against Hearttt. Won't really reach the TC though. So, sneakiest thing ever. Could go for some Hearttt now. And yeah, honestly, mass pikemen and some Hearttt mixed in could be pretty good here. But MBL, let's take a look. He could just go for, well, they actually have pretty good counters against Goth actually. Berserks could be pretty good, Axemen could be pretty good. Oh, let's take a look, and that's not a lot of support to those pikemen. And therefore the camels are just staying alive while Yo needs to fight with his knights. A lot of villagers of MBL, where is he building his castle? Oh god, well, he wants to build it aggressively. Take a look if they can make it happen. We're just to the front. Yo sees everything with his house here. Are they really willing to build the castle over here, or can they position it somewhere differently? MBL has 3 TCs running and still a lot of villagers on stone, so after this castle goes up, he can build another one pretty quickly. Probably we'll just build the safe one here, right? Although they have a lot of army. Take a look, MBL wants to go for the aggressive one. They have a lot of damage output for sure here. Hearttt can move in, some crossmen in the back. Liereyy is coming in as well. And the castle will start. Will we see this castle go up? I believe so. And well, then we will lose that gold spot for Mr. Yo. Monks in the back still protecting them quite nicely. Yo losing everything. And MBL will start with one castle. More will come. Huskers from the back trying to... well, cut out the reinforcement, but that didn't really matter. And well, that is a game that should never have been played. AM taking a very short 2-0 lead here. Whew. Okay. Hashtag. Well, we kind of saw what happened, and I said at like minute 350, this game has to be a restart, otherwise it's over, and it was instantly over. So, ay. Oh, Mongols player Liereyy with 4 boars. Or elephants even better than boars. Look at that. He went into 8 scouts and still 1949. And then the pure boom. This is just out of this world. Wow. Guys, I'm getting excited for the finals. Oh, please let it be AM against Tyrant. Oh. This could be good. But we will see. Maybe Finland can make it. Maybe SY can still make it as well. Beach fight coming up. I would be very surprised if SY takes the map. He's not rooting for Ruben. No, I don't. What happened? Why re? I missed the start. There was no restart. That was the problem. Slav, Mayans, Aztecs versus Britons, Teutons, Incas. Oh, we have seen Malay quite a bit, right? We still have Arabia left as game number 5, so saving Mayans for that wouldn't be too bad either. We have no Socotra. Slav Aztecs makes sense. I don't think that I would pick Mayans with that though. I think Vietnamese could be a nice option. Maybe Turks. On the other side, well, this is getting tricky. Obviously Britons. Malay are pretty strong. Might have seen something we want to see on No Socotra, right? Maybe Teutons? I think like Malay, Teutons, Britons could be a good option. Oh. Tricky stuff. Vietnamese are best served? Yeah, exactly. You're reading it from the wrong... everyone is reading it from the wrong direction. You're the only guy who's reading it correctly. Guys, I think I'm super clever, right? I think so. I think they are playing exactly the civilizations I predicted. Let's take a look. We have indeed Malay together with Teutons and Britons. And they are playing against Vietnamese, Slavs, and Aztecs. I stole your tip fix and adapted. Well, is that really stealing? Okay, let's take a look at the maps. We have Liereyy with the potential easy wall off. Quite far in the back is hard. Not the greatest goal. Probably needs to delete that house. And we have MBL. Could you make an argument for lumber camp in here? If you squeeze in 2 villagers, I believe that would have been pretty good, right? As a spot? I think so. The farm placement is really good. It's like, who was it? Chunyu, right? In the WCG 2001 finals. By the way, Shine was here yesterday. And we went to eat, and I asked him. Oh, he said that he wanted to watch the WCG episode of History of AU2, but he said, "Well, I remember too much from the games when he watched them initially." So he watched them back in 2001 and still remembered too much, so he couldn't really enjoy it. That's bad, man. Maybe got the worst farms. Well, that one was pretty brutal, right? Those were not super efficient either. I think you could even go for those 3 instead of those. But well, if you go for those first, you can replace them better, right? That's tricky. Man. Everyone who doesn't know the map, we are all very close together here in a very center-based map. Everyone has only 1 gold spot. If you want to see extra gold being mined, you need to go to the east or the west, but it's protected by lines. And if you want to get more than some golds at the edge of the map, you need to go to the north to get some elephants or the south to get even more. Now some engagement here, but not really going to happen. Or is it? That looks better for AM again. SY taking quite a lot of losses, but MBL pretty low on HP there. Tries to micro back. Ooh la la. Looks like MBL will lose his scouts. Looks very low HP though as well. Hearttt is around. Can they maybe take some engagement? Not really. And Liereyy needs to take care. Oh, eats half a volley. Oh. Liereyy, hello. He's going for militia. Doing some trash before the walls finish. And is now flying in, and this will be ugly. Mr. Yo, absolutely not planning with that. Wow. Ugly stuff for him. Mill very open at the front. Obviously a lot of farms. Potentially pretty open. Trying to do some damage against the Eagle Scout, but not really going to happen. Scouts are around. That villager at 2 HP and is going down. So losing a villager against the Drusher, that's something that should never ever happen. Liereyy getting 2 kills here for the 8-minute mark. Pretty ugly spot, and Liereyy even going for the mill. Feels like that's some guaranteed damage that he will easily take. and therefore forces you kind of away from the berries. 5 militia out. Does he want to take a re-engagement? I don't think that's the best spot here for Yo, especially because the hill advantage will always be in favor of Liereyy, but Yo is now trying to take this engagement. The villager is bugging out. Militia are eating some shots. Another villager going down, but 1 militia in exchange. So Liereyy has to be happy with that. How efficient his rush has been this far. Some low HP villagers here for Yo. Oh, tough spot. On the other side, uh-oh. Well, that's going to be a tower if I've ever seen one. Why is he building that one so aggressively? Oh god. Hallelujah. Obviously, if one tower goes up, he will always block that gold spot for ages. MBL is going for it as well. He only just clicked up to feudal age, so no counter tower possible for him. He's trying to out micro this. This is so weird. If the tower goes up, as I said, he will have so many arrows flying there and blocking the gold spot for now. So that could be pretty sexy. Losses for him. MBL actually lost a villager. How did that happen? Normally, Vivi should be the one losing stuff. And the scout is getting saved as well. Do we see some villagers going down, or is MBL saving all of them? Seems like he's saving them for now. And, well, better start for Vivi. Remember, guys, we don't have stone on this map, so he needs to buy some more if he wants to continue his tower rush. Do we see him building a market? Not yet. But we see him reseeding that horrible farm that we criticized from the generation. And he's just rebuilding it. Looks now at archers, wants to help out Yo here. And will make this defense pretty safe. So what is Yo up to? I believe that should be a sling, right? Not sure. Looks a bit like Vivi is potentially thinking as well. Huh. We'll see. Okay. Yo won't sling. Uh-oh, Archers of Hearttt are actually doing quite a bit of damage here. Oh god, looks completely caught off guard. This is pretty brutal. Holding 3 archers for free. And indeed, even with the hill bonus there, 1 spearman around trying to scare them away. They're recommitting on that spearman with his militia. Pretty sweet play there. And, well, Vivi seems to be building 1 tower and then switching into the sling here. Interesting. On the other side, we have MBL. Just waiting for summer food. He has enough gold to click up, so he will just go on to Castle Age. Interesting move. Hearttt stays on his scouts. Looks on the Britain archer. Spearman not doing the damage really. And Hearttt is playing this so clever. Just doing so much damage and buying himself so much time. Oh, Liereyy? That looks like he will have a very good uptiming. And even before clicking up, does the food and the wood upgrade. So incredible eco for him there. Hearttt continues to go for mass scouts, and Vivi indeed going for coinage now. Who will he sling? Probably has to be Mr. Yo, right? The elephant push there. Ah. Killing that spearman with ease. Let's take a look. Archer is going down as well. Tries to get into the... Oh! That was weird. Oh, Liereyy not finishing those walls off. And what does Yo? Yo doesn't know about the defensive tower. Running through the GC is not really an option for looks, and I believe... Oh. I'm fighting that tower down. Liereyy with a great reaction, and the archers are not around. Just think about it. If Lux had some archers around here, which he's sending now, this would be so much better. But the tower will fall before Lux will be there. Tricky stuff. At the same time, Hearttt is very active, and he's up to Castle Age as well. Lux is running in. What can he really do? At the same time, MBL, we have very little idea what his plan is. Well, he did build a TC on the outside, wants to get onto his gold, or onto gold, since his main gold is blocked. Those archers still around. Liereyy did clear this up. So much action at so many different points on this map. Hearttt second stable, and indeed Yo is the guy who is receiving the sling. Now going for the blacksmith, probably wants to add a siege workshop. Liereyy is going for monkeys. So that will be the counter against Mr. Yo's elephants. Do we see a monastery? Not yet. So elephants will be the strategy choice here against Liereyy. Looks still not up. We see military from him. Tries to stay aggressive here, or active on the map. +1 defense, but without heresy. It's getting really tricky for him. Conversions will be so efficient. Simply having access to the extra gold that early on is also pretty sweet for AM. Take a look. This is kind of the reminder of SY against AM, where SY played that strategy against AM, not against AM, against Brazil. And won the game due to having heresy and not getting converted there on the elephants, because Brazil wanted to counter this with monks. Manual aggression out of MBL now. Sees that elephants are coming over though. Maybe. Oh, he's going for double barracks now. Interesting. Okay. The only Peruvian player playing in the national team. When it comes to RM, yes, there is another good Peruvian player playing deathmatch. But yeah. They don't have the brightest of lineups. Hearttt going for knights. How is Luke still not up? He has enough resources, but why is he not clicking? Okay, now he is. Oh, this will get tricky. Mass mangonels. Some knights around as well. Where are the elephants going? Going back here. Could get intercepted by 2 monks. Not really happening. Oh, this is so tricky, and the timing will be very tough for Yo. Tries to surround now right hand side and left hand side. We'll get the 2 conversions. Mangonel will try to do the damage against the archers. We'll get some reasonable hits off. 1 conversion there. Make that 2 conversions, meaning the elephants out of mana though, the monks out of mana. And well, he is attacking the palisade walls now. Okay. And Hearttt needs to run. Actually, they're just open for Hearttt. Interesting stuff. Trying to get some raids in against Lux. Where's the rest of the army? We see a 3rd monastery out of Liereyy. Still more knights coming over and breaking that area. The sling of Vivi will be completely destroyed, because he might even lose his TC very early on here. Losing a lot of houses there. Quadruple mangonel aggression. It's faith. I know, but I also always call it mana or monk juice. I like monk juice the most. Now losing the market. Just sling quickly before you lose the market. Well, you don't have much to give anyways, but he did give everything he had. Knights around is looking very tricky here for SY. The elephants didn't really do anything just yet. Oh god, and the mangonel's still very active. Not on stone to somehow defend. Knights are around. Lux finally going on to crossbowman. But Yo's strategy completely failed. Liereyy even up to the Imperial Age, so we'll go on to block printing, and then the elephants will just get smashed away even stronger. This is just ridiculous. Early outpost really helping out as well. Okay, go towards MBL. That's something. That's something. Let's see, maybe they can make something happen in that regard. That's a lot of elephants. Where are they though? No +2 attack yet. Obviously melee missing the +2 defense. I think the strategy failed more often than it worked. It also failed against Finland, where Roomstock had the game of his life. TC is going down. The elephants seriously having quite some damage output. Pikemen now coming over. They are getting sniped against all the mangonels. Oh, and I believe that should be the spot where AM should probably switch into Sling onto Liereyy. But we will see. Okay, mass conversions now against the elephants. Knights can maybe do some damage against the crossbowmen in the meanwhile. Oh god, this is getting so tricky. And I believe this time we don't see heresy out of Mr. Yo, and that's a big problem. That's the big problem, because the Sling is so weak here of Vivi. Oh, Mangonel ground attacks. Let's take a look. Can he get another one? Decides to not go for it. Decides to let his pikemen do the damage. And they obviously are pretty reasonable on that regard. 3 more elephants running in, but they are just getting converted over and over again. Now going for TaToH 3 and going for block printing. G to the G. The shortest series of this tournament. 3-0 AM. Is going into the finals, guys. This was not what people were hoping for. Poor. Ugly stuff for SY. And Brazil, they have to feel bad now. Lost against SY twice. And yeah, SY coming up with that performance. Yo. Very poor reaction against the Scout, not restarting game number 2. And, well, bad strategy choice in game number 1. And then you lose a series! Just like this. And it's over. Oh, goddy. That was just pure domination from AM here. And they are going into the finals. Yeah, they are considered to be the strongest team at the moment, but that was just way too one-sided. Only was best of 9, that's why I could have come back. Guys, after this we will have DauT against Jordan. DauT versus Jordan. Best of 5. Interview. I can ask them for an interview, yeah. Let me go into TeamSpeak. I will ask Liereyy. Oh, he's D&D. I will ask MBL. He's D&D as well. Ay. Where is Hearttt? Also D&D. Wow, those guys are getting clever. Can I join for an interview? What time is DauT with Jordan? Well, they plan to do it directly afterwards, so it should fly in pretty soon. Okay, I'm in. Hello, guys.
Hey.
Congrats in going to the finals. That was probably easier than you expected, right?
I mean, I think we just made the right choice all the time. Except for my 2 small Titanics, the first 2 games, I think everything went really well for everyone. Like, Liereyy was beast mode today, so yeah, they were pretty straightforward games, I guess.
Yeah, well, I was so shocked. Like, yeah, like your plan in game number 1 didn't really, well, come through to me hard. What was going on there on the Steppe game?
Well, the problem is usually like you want if you have Persian's flank, you want your pocket to go archers so that he can protect you from a spear push. Like usually if the flank from the enemy team realizes that you have the both flank and pocket going scouts, he does what Blix did, which is basically just heavy spears and push, right? And we kinda decided on the fly, like we didn't really plan to go scouts, both of us. So
I told you, but she didn't want to listen, so
I guess something like that. I mean, I should have towered before. Like I had enough stone for 2 towers on my wood and protected very well, but I didn't. In my defense, I have been awake. I only slept 2 hours and a half, and I've been awake for like 8 hours now. So my brain was working too fast, I guess. But yeah.
Okay. And in game number 2, I was 100% sure they would call a restart there. What happened? Why did they not call a restart? They're against Mongols, -2 elephants?
I guess they picked gloves, and well, with these saves against our saves, they already have a huge disadvantage, and the laming isn't gonna be any better. Isn't gonna be any better next game. Maybe it might even be worse. Like I think I found all the sheep at least, but I would at least if I'm flank, I would always go. My pocket will always come with me since I'm Mongol, and pretty sure we will always lame at least 1 elephant in favor of us. So I don't think it would get any better. So calling a restart at that map when they have those saves wouldn't make much sense.
Okay.
It's just tough to face Mongols on that map because it's such a lame reliant map. Like many others in this map pack. But if you pick Mongols, you're guaranteed to get some extra boards from the enemy. And yeah, that went as planned.
Sick. Okay, now going into the finals. Would you love to have Finland? To maybe have the easier match?
We wanna kill Tyrants.
Okay, that's what I wanted to hear.
That's MBL, but yeah. I mean, I think it would be better. I don't know, I think it would be more hyped up if we face Tyrants, right?
Yeah.
I believe
But,
so. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't mind either of them.
Yeah, Hearttt don't wanna kill them. It's fine.
Okay, how do you think your chances are if Tyrant succeeds?
I honestly think Tyrant's the most difficult team, so I think we have good chances as always. But you have to
What's
play
gonna
the
be
games, right?
tricky is that we'll play all the maps, right? Dust and stuff like that. We don't play those maps. We hate those maps, and that can be tricky. And what suits we go and stuff like that. But we'll see. No other thing to do.
Okay, would be lovely to see you there putting on a great show. I hope you enjoy your weekend, enjoy your win, and we will see you probably next weekend facing off in the finals. Good luck for that.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, Nuri.
So that was Dan.